Well, I think, first and foremost, both those guys, Chris and Carmen, going into their second year and understanding Stony Brook better and understanding the league better and our players better has been a huge help there. If you really start from the front, we were somewhat of an inexperienced offensive line last year. Our left side had played a lot of reps, and then that was pretty much it, from a rep standpoint. So, we bring back technically 5 guys that have played a lot of football now, we moved one of our offensive tackle back up to center position, Joe Tortori. So with Timon and Armani, looking like Joe will win the starting job at center. Mason Zimmerman, who played a lot of reps at guard last year, and Jackson Miller, who was our starting right tackle, and Jonathan Haynes, who started a lot of games for us at guard and or at tackle last year. So, we got a core of 6 that we feel really strongly about, and Anthony Catapano rounds that out as the backup center, and he's, giving Joe a run for his money in preseason. He's a young kid, but he's doing well. So I think with that group, we certainly present much more of a veteran group. When you talk about the running back position, it's probably the deepest position on our team as far as having depth. Stacy, who missed, the last 2.5 games of the year last year, and still had 10 touchdowns and rushed for 700 yards. And, so he's healthy again, and we're excited about that. Donnie Leontine, who's had a real good 2 years for us, tough physical runner who really has improved each year. Jordan Gowans, who had transferred in last year, so Stony Brook was new to him. And he was banged up going into the season. He had a couple surgeries in the off season to take care of some hernia and some hip issues. So, once again, he's healthy. And Sherman Austin, who played slot receiver and did carry the ball for us, is playing out of the backfield. So that's pretty much the strength of our offense when you look at that. And each one's a little different, which is nice, and they're all going to have a factor on our team. The wide receiver position's anchored by Ray Bolden, who for the last 2 years been our leading receiver, and we'd like him to return to 2 years ago, and that's more of just philosophical than Ray, and we're excited about that. Donnie Washington, who had a real good first 3 games last year and then was out for the rest of the year with an injury, returns back. And Donnie's a 2-year starter, and then would have been a 3-year starter last year. So he played as a true freshman, and once again, I think he's healthy again, and that's positive. And Harrison Jackson, who we lost last year in a Temple game to an ACL, who was a transfer from BC, is back. He's healthy and will be playing. So, those 3 guys and really the guys coming off the bench, and Nick Anderson, Andrew Trent. Nick redshirted last year, played as a true freshman. Andrew Trent got in the games last year. And, Jaquil Webb, who joined us as a freshman in mid-year and has earned a spot in the 2 deep. So, once again, with Ray and Donnie, we have a ton of experience, and I think the other guys can bring up the back. And then, we always talk about the quarterback position, so I left it for last, even though everybody wants me to talk about it first. Joe was 5-2 as a starter going into the William & Mary game. We're on the drive to tie the game, hurt his shoulder, misses the last couple of games of the year. So, you roll with your quarterback. I think Joe had a good year last year. At times was not as efficient as we'd like him to be, but once again, we were 4-1 in the league when he got hurt prior to the end of that William & Mary game, and I'll take that with any quarterback. So I think the reality is his offseason has been tremendous, and part of that has been he knows he's got somebody competing with him for the job in Tyquel Field. Tyquel was a true freshman last year, so he's a redshirt freshman this year. He's got oodles and oodles of potential, but the quarterback position, as we all know, is a difficult position. He's learning, he's got tools, and it's been a nice battle in preseason. Joe's our starting quarterback, and he should be, and he's done nothing not to be. But Tyquel is there, and I think we have a really good 1-2 punch. And I think Tyquel adds some athleticism to that position that you could see him on the field at times in that role.